Good evening, everyone. We will be starting shortly, so please ensure your internet connection and audio are working properly. Kindly keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any interruptions. You may turn on your cameras if you wish to make the session more interactive. The session is being conducted live by TechDefenders, the cybersecurity experts. E-certificates will be provided to all registered participants after successfully completing the post assessment form, which will be shared at the end of the session. Before we beginning, it's let's bring some excitement into the chat. Type Pentester in the chat if you are excited to learn about ethical hacking and VAPT today. A very good morning to a very good evening to everyone, and a warm welcome to today's cybersecurity session titled Think Like a Pentester Hands on VAPT for Beginners. The session is proudly organized by Tech Defenders, the cybersecurity experts, to introduce beginners to the exciting world of vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. In today's digital world, cyber threats are growing rapidly, making it essential to identify and fix security vulnerabilities before attackers can exploit them. During this session, you will learn the fundamentals of VAPT, understand how ethical hackers think, explore common vulnerabilities, and gain practical insights through hands on demonstration. If you are excited to begin, type ready in the chat.
Hello.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speakers for today's session, Mr. Aman Kumar. Mr. Aman Kumar is a cybersecurity specialist, ethical hacker, and VAPT expert with practical experience in cybersecurity and penetration testing. He is a top 3% Try Hack Me achiever, holds the ISC2 certified in cybersecurity certificate, and has expertise in Cisco cybersecurity. He is currently pursuing his BTech final year and actively guides students in practical cybersecurity concepts. Today, he will help us understand how penetration testers identify vulnerabilities and protect systems through real world bug practices. We are delighted to have you with us today, sir. Without taking much of your valuable time, I would like to invite Mr. Aman Kumar, sir, to kindly take over the session.
Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening to all. First of all, thank you, Cassis, for this amazing introduction. So, hi everyone. Can you say hi in chat? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Stay alert, man. Everyone can say hi. Okay. Hi, Vastav. What's up? Okay. Hi, Suresh. Good evening, Mahi. Okay. So, all are ready, I hope. So, start करें फिर. Hmm? Everyone is ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, oh, selection ads. Okay, now my screen is visible, I hope. Yeah, hello, screen is visible, everyone. Oh, I'm not open my camera, that's why I'm not visible. I hope you all see my screen. Yeah, visible.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, okay, so start करें. Okay, so think like a pen tester. So today you will understand how a pen tester or an ethical hacker or a cybersecurity expert, how they think, how they perform their attack, or we can say how they analyze the complete whole website or any application or any system. So first of all, this session is for beginner friendly. I hope everyone is a student or like other professional. Okay. So today we cover these are topics like first of all, what is VAPT that we will talk about today? What is VAPT and why it is important, or what are the standard methodologies that we use in when we pen test in any system or website? Yeah, and common vulnerabilities that we seen in so many websites. In today's time, there's so many vulnerabilities in their system in organizations because not any system is 100% secure. That's why we require this BAPT in organization. And what are the skills and tools required? We will talk about and how you can start your BAPT journey. So now let's move to what is BAPT. Okay. So BAPT is basically vulnerability assessment or penetration testing. This is made of two parts. First is vulnerability assessment and second is penetration testing. When we talk about vulnerability assessment, what comes in our mind? Let Can anyone say open your mic and can speak? What do you think when you Anyone? Okay, I'm going to open my camera. I hope I am visible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we talk about BAPT. Okay, so vulnerability assessment is basically like when we talk about vulnerability assessment, that is the basic assessment of the website where we automatic scan and we identify security weakness and scan the whole website, find their vulnerabilities, non-vulnerabilities by using some tools like Nessus, Nikto, and so many other tools for automated scanning. In the vulnerability assessment, we assess the website or any system and find their security weakness that is already available in the market, or we can say that is already found by some other testers. Here we test those vulnerability, and when we talk about penetration testing, in this penetration testing, here we know some like analyze or we met here we talk about, can anyone open your mic? I want to make this session interaction, like I want to interact with someone. Anyone? Okay. In penetration testing, we simulate a real world attack. Like we already find weakness in the system by using vulnerability assessment, but in penetration testing, we simulate the real world attack or try to exploit this, that is exist or not. We try to find some data, we try to exploit the vulnerability and demonstrate the actual impact, that how this vulnerability can impact the system. Yeah. And the goal of VAPT is to find and fix the security issue, whatever it can be. Yeah. So let's move to the next topic, like why VAPT matters. In today's world, as we all know, like this is a digital era. Yeah. So security issue is very common at this time. No one is secure, nothing is 100% secure. So BAPT experts help organizations to like save or guard their system from the attackers or any like hacker, you can say. So BAPT is matters because there are so many risks in organization, their data, their reputation. There's so many other things that a company or an organization have. Yeah. So data breach is a common risk that company or organization can see. Data breaches, regulatory fines, or we can say account compromise. Yeah. Sometimes we see, or sometimes we can see some other bugs like authentication bypass. They are not even give the right credential, but they are logged in their system. These are happens because there are some bugs in their system. And account compromise also a vulnerability in a web or in a system. Financial losses are also possible, like sometimes an attacker send a ransomware in their system and they encrypt their whole data and they ask for money. Yeah. And when the organization pay the amount, whatever they ask, then they decrypt it again and the system is working properly. Okay. And sometimes brand, customer trust damage also. Like let's take a scenario. If a website have their, like take an example of Amazon. Yeah. You already use, or most of the people are use Amazon for buying something or shopping purpose. Yeah. Let's suppose a attacker go into their system and hack their whole system. The site is completely destroyed, or we can say it stuck for some time. Then most of the users that on the time, those who are using, they're just getting phishing issue. Yeah, because their system is not working, and so they are not able to access their data. They are not ordering something. If something is delivered on their system, on their location, they are not able to watch or see what is coming, or it is coming or not, or they are not tracking their delivery. Yeah, so many other things can happen, and people's trust goes. Like if one time or whatever the reputation you make, but if you do a single mistake, people never get back to their website. They try to find some alternatives. Yeah. So that's why VAPT is very important for organization to secure their system. And if we talk about benefits of VAPT, then I already tell you that why it is important. Then the benefits are also similar, like they help to security posture, they improve their security posture, detect weaknesses before the attacker can exploit them. Yeah, and help meet compliance requirements, and provide prioritize remediation guidance so they can secure their system and a proper remedy, so they can secure, or they can more guard their system. So let's talk about what's methodologies, or here is some problem. Okay, so BAPT methodology, like what attackers use. Mm, okay, like when we scan any system or any web application, any application, so we follow a structured path through which we can like understand the step by step. We can firstly gather the information, as much as information as we can gather. It is really helpful in the next part when we scan or exploit it. The information is really helpful. So first and for most important part is to information gathering, and this is the step first. Yeah, collect target details. Now first, information gathering, collect target details and context, and as much as information as we can gather, like what's their server is working, what's their technology stack, and so many other things. And then we scan or automated scan, as we already talked about. Automated scanning, we all use some tools like Nikto, Nessus, Open, OpenPS, and so many other tools, to which we scan, like, is their website is already vulnerable, or maybe they are using some outdated software. So these vulnerabilities are automatically scanned by some tools. And then we move to vulnerability identification. If we find something by using automated scan, or we are not find anything, no problem. We move to vulnerability identification. In this section, we use some like manual testing, and analyze the website by manually, one by one, and each section, each each function of the website we try to exploit, we try to find that this is vulnerable or not and verify the vulnerability. And then we move to exploit. We find something bug in the website, then we move to exploit it. How I can extract their information. This is the part of exploitation. I already know about the vulnerability. This is the bug in the website. Now we want to know something. Now I want to exploit it. How I can gather, how I can gather their data, user data, their admin panel, or we can access some other information that the company not want to like show in the public. In the exploitation part, we just extract their information, and these are the bugs. And now finally, we report it and give a remedy to how you can solve this problem. And the final step is the very important for a security researcher, that reporting the vulnerability in a proper way is very important. Now, this is, I hope you understand how an attacker or an expert follow their path to find a bug or vulnerability in their website or any system. Okay, understand everyone?
Yes, so
Okay, so move to like information gathering. So as we already talked about in this system, like information gathering, so we use two types of reconnaissance, like passive reconnaissance. In the passive reconnaissance, if I talk about what is passive, I hope you know about passive recon, or anyone know? Okay, पैसिव रिकॉन. तो पैसिव रिकॉन में क्या होता है कि हम वेबसाइट के एक्चुअल सर्वर को टच भी नहीं करते. लाइक वी फाइंड द डेटा फ्रॉम another source like Google docking, footprinting, DNS records, SSL, OSINT. Okay, so these tools, or these, we can say, methods we use to for passive recon to get the information by without touching their website, their server. And when you do passive recon, there's not any footprint that an organization can know that you want, that you are collecting their information from other resources. Their logs is clear, and they are not able to like find you when you are doing passive recon. But when you are doing active recon, in the active recon, your system information goes into their logs, and they can identify which user doing or like finding or entering in their system. So for active recon, we use like nmap, ping sweep, or trace routes. You can say most of the time we use like nmap, because nmap is so powerful tool. I will show you how the nmap is actually work. Okay, then move to vulnerability scanning. In the scanning part, we try to scan their system by using some tools. They are automated tools. They have their own database, own vulnerability, like CVE's data they hold. So by using these tools, we find that this website already vulnerable with the find vulnerability or not. We use Nikto. This is also a tool that that we use for like Nic, Nic, Nuclei has a template driven check that checks by using a template. Yeah, and what scanners find The scanners find basically like they find, I already tell you, like outdated software. The system is not using the outdated software. If they are using, this is vulnerable. And non-CVEs, misconfigured system, misconfigured softwares, and exposed services. And weak TLS is the system not using weak TLS, TLS or SSL certificates. So these certificates are for encrypting their data when it transferring from one server to another. Then TLS or SSL certificates are used. So common web vulnerabilities. Okay, here we talk about common web vulnerabilities or bugs that we can or most of the bug hunters find in web applications or in mobile application or any other system they find. These are here I will talk about like common web vulnerabilities. Web vulnerabilities like when we visit any website or any application, we can see that how this is working. We visit every function. We try, like if you're a normal user, you move into the any website, you visit any website and find the search option. If you enter something malicious in the search bar and site get accept your payload, then it is vulnerable. Yeah. So SQL injection is basically you can manipulate their database by using a malicious query that you are giving from your web server. And if a website not using the proper sanitization, not proper like input sanitization, whatever the user is giving, if the website is not sanitized their input, then it might be vulnerable. You can execute something malicious on the system. You can extract their data. You can extract their information. Yeah. And sometimes you can delete their database and this cause their whole system. And cross-site scripting is also a malicious script. Sometimes you inject a malicious enter in the system, then it is vulnerable. Yeah, you have the admin permission. You can delete anything. You can destroy their whole website by just getting access. And accessing unauthorized resources. Like I tell you, sometimes you are just logged in by your credential, but you are able to watch some another user details and you can edit or perform action on their account, then it is vulnerable. And some other vulnerabilities are also you can check out on OWASP top 10. I'll show you. Okay, I will show you.
Sir, hello.
Huh, hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. बोलिए.
I want to ask what is the difference between accesses and SQL injection?
Okay, I'll tell you. uh, X.
I mean, what type of queries are included in accesses?
What?
What type of queries are included in accesses?
I will show you in live demonstration when I perform some SQL injection attack. Here you can see, like I already opened this website. Yeah, I'll perform some action. SQL injection is just you interact with their database. SQL injection is just you interact with their database. Yeah, you find the data from their database. You have not any their OS information, what is the operating system and what are the uh, servers they are using, and you are just interacting with their database by using SQL injection. You have not any other authorization or any other authorizations that you have that you can perform in their operating system or in their code. Yeah, in cross-site scripting, you can interact their system, their like operating system in the operating level, their cookies. You can extract their cookies, and you can be uh, stole some other person's cookie by using XSS. Yeah, if you find a bug in a website where you find some stored XSS and you just hit some script there that is stored in their website. Yeah, it is stored in their JavaScript file, and it is always executed when anyone visit their website. And if you just try to extract some other person's cookie, and cookie is very important, like if you get some other person's session cookie, you can log in without any credential, without any password, without any username, nothing. You don't need anything when you get their session cookie. And this thing you can perform by using XSS, not the SQL. In SQL, you can just extract their data. You cannot perform like any action on their system. You're just interacting with their database. You find something, you change something in their database, not their web server. I hope you understand.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'll show you OWASP top 10. Here you can see like these are the top 10 vulnerabilities that find in most of the websites. And this list is updated every year, or you can say last time it updated in 2021. So these are vulnerability you can read or you can understand from here. And you also get some other like how you can exploit it. Here you can find like OS, and these are CVEs. That shows everything, and you can learn most of the things from here. How you can perform a web application penetration test. Okay, and these things also have helps in bug bounty hunting because most of the bug bounty hunters find these vulnerabilities. Okay, so now move to basic exploitation. Now I will show you how you can exploit a system. Move to DBWA. I hope you know about DBWA. Anyone know what is this? This is a brute force, yeah, brute force attack. If the system not verifies, if I just remove this, and I'll show you how you can perform a brute force. Like you don't have any credential, and you can find. Like I'll just enter, open up my workshoot. Okay, ABC. Okay, here I intercept this request and just send it. Okay, and I send it. I received a request. I hope you can see. Yeah, see this request. In this request, you see like this server sent this request to the backend server. This browser sent this request to the backend server, and this request hold this information. You can see here it is PHP session ID, and security I select low. So now we exploit this. I don't know password, or so I send it to repeater, or yeah, I can send it to intrude. Okay. And I just forward. Here you can see username and password is incorrect. तो यहाँ हुआ क्या? Anyone understand what's happening here? When I intercept the request, I show you. Wait. Okay. When I enter anything here, and I just send this request and open the intercept. Here the request is coming, and until I forward this request, then this browser is not like receive the response. When I forward it, it goes to backend, and a response is coming. And again I send this. Okay. These are some other things. Okay, so it goes to intruder, then it when I forward it, then it goes to the server, and then we see the response that the username and password is incorrect, and we have the incorrect, then I can brute force it because the system is not properly handling our request. Okay. Okay, here is intruder. Intruder basically used for brute forcing. We can brute force in any parameter. Here you can see like we have username and password, but we don't have the actual username and password. We can just brute force it. I'm not creating any. Okay, so clear all this. I want to attack this username and password because we want to know the username and password. So we add this and add here also, and we select the attack parameter. Here we select cluster one. Why cluster one? Because cluster bomb is basically used like we have username and password section, two sections, and we want to check each username with different passwords. So cluster bomb, what it will do, it will use like first it takes one username, and then it tries all the password that available in our list, and then second username, then all password, then third username, then all password. Like this it will perform. So here we can select the payload section, payload position. So first I want to give a simple list. I don't have a list, so I just copy from GitHub. Okay. Mm, yes. So my internet. checklist. Slow, I don't know why. Okay, so this is default passwords. Let's copy some password. Okay. Let's copy some passwords here. And just paste it here. Okay, and add one more password. This is not okay. Paste it here. Okay, and one more here. Paste usernames. Take some username from this section. Let's copy this. Okay, paste here and add this. I'm adding this because I just want to show you like how it will perform this attack. Okay, so now it's done. We add username section and we add password here, and now just start attack. Okay, so now let's start. Oh, okay, so it is finished. So here we can see this length is 5063. Okay, if we have the actual, and here you can, if we move to this, and here we can see in the response section, if we render this, the body section we can see username, password, security labels. Okay, here username and password is incorrect. Okay, but if I have the real, or we can say actual credential, then we can, here we can see these two have credentials have different password, different length. So this is working in our system. When we enter this, it will open. Let's try in the website. Okay, if I enter this admin, and if I enter the password, I will copy from here password. I want to show you. I will copy this and paste it here. Now send it. Welcome to the password production area. Now it's logging. Yeah. So how you can perform this brute force attack? Now I hope you understand. Everyone, any problem? Any question? No one?
हेलो हेलो।
हाँ,
सर इसमें हमें आईडी और पासवर्ड, यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड कहाँ से दिखा देगा?
किसमें?
यूजर नेम एंड पासवर्ड हमें यहाँ पे कहाँ पे दिखाई देता है सर?
कहाँ पे आप बता रहे हैं? लाइक कहाँ? यहाँ पे जब हम इंटरसेप्ट कर रहे हैं तब?
नो सर, अभी जस्ट हमने अटैक किया उसके बाद का।
ओके, हमने अटैक किया, ठीक है। मैंने ऐसा अटैक शुरू हुआ था, ओके। अटैक यहाँ से शुरू हुआ, यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड यहाँ पे अब ऑपरेट्स सारे यूजर्स के लिए चेक हो रहा है ना। यहाँ पे दिख रहा है एक सेम पासवर्ड एंड payload second, you can see SAM, and payload first is different. So when the attack is finished, then we can simply double tap the length, and here we can see our actual or real admin or password. This is working because their length is different. So we don't need to like check all the from their list. Move. No, we can just simply click on the length and we can find it. I hope it's clear.
सर इसमें हमें ज्यादातर नोटिस लेंथ पे ही करना पड़ेगा ना?
Notice?
लेंथ पे ही नोटिस करना पड़ेगा ना सर, जिसमें हमें आईडी और पासवर्ड दोनों ही मिल सकते?
हाँ। और कोई? ठीक है, तो फिर मूव करते हैं सेकंड। तो यहाँ पे कमांड इंजेक्शन है, ये भी कर सकते हैं। It is basically when we try to inject some command or we can like perform some task. If you are using Linux or Windows, then you know about like command line, how this works. I'll show you. If I just put any IP 0.0.1, okay, and I just enter a separator that separates our IP from our command and just put enter ls, okay, and submit it. And here we can see our command is executed and we see some data. So we don't need to like enter this. This is easy section, so you can easily interact, but sometimes the server is not working because at this time websites are more secure. So you need to use some different methodologies, or you can use some different payloads or different separators. Yeah, here I use this, and okay, and you can extract there. Basically from command line you are interacting their system where the actual code base is list, or actual their OS. Oh, wait. This is not working.
अमन सर मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ।
हाँ बताइए।
सर मैं ये पूछ रहा था, जो आपने ये ब्रूट फोर्स अटैक कर दिखाया करके लाइव,
हाँ,
तो इसमें मैं जैसे ज्यादा लॉन्ग पासवर्ड होते हैं उसमें तो सर ये ज्यादा काम करता नहीं है।
ज़्यादा लॉन्ग जो पासवर्ड्स होते हैं जैसे आजकल यूज़ होते हैं 8 करेक्टर 16
जी
करेक्टर,
उसमें तो ये काम नहीं करता है।
उसमें काम करेगा, बट कैसा है कि बहुत टाइम लेगा। अब ब्रूट फोर्स है तो बेसिकली यू ऑलरेडी नो, लाइक ब्रूट फोर्स है तो वो हर एक एंट्री को चेक करेगा, है ना। जब हर एक
अच्छा
एंट्री को चेक करेगा तो ऑब्वियसली सिंपल सी बात है, और इतना बड़ा अगर पासवर्ड रहेगा तो वो टाइम तो लेगा। बट ऐसा नहीं है कि वो फेल हो गया, है ना?
अच्छा। और सर
हम्म,
जैसे ये हमने इस पे किसी वेबसाइट पे पेन टेस्ट करना है,
हाँ हाँ।
तो सर उसमें जैसे क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स होंगी, थोड़ा आप बता सकते हैं?
पहली बात तो हंट करने के लिए कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं चाहिए। तुम कोई वेबसाइट फॉर्म पे जाओ, वहां से कोई भी
जैसे
टारगेट
मैंने
उठाओ
किसी वेब
और स्टार्ट हंटिंग।
ओके, और जो ये जो ब्रूट फोर्स जैसे बताया आपने, जैसे हमें किसी सिस्टम
हाँ
पे
हाँ
लाइव किसी का वो करना है, तो जैसे आपने ये प्रॉक्सी बैठाया है बीच
हाँ।
में, ये तो प्रॉक्सी किया है, तो ये तो हम उसके सिस्टम में तो प्रॉक्सी
उस
कैसे
सिस्टम पे
बैठाएंगे?
प्रॉक्सी कैसे बिठाओगे?
हाँ, तो यही तो मैं जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि जैसे ब्रूट फोर्स किया आपने,
हाँ हाँ।
तो उसने ये जो प्रॉक्सी सर्वर बैठा दिया, आप वो जो रिक्वेस्ट की वो प्रॉक्सी के पास रह गई,
हम्म।
तो उसमें जैसे लाइव किसी सिस्टम पे करेंगे तो उसमें कैसे कर सकते हैं?
कुछ नहीं, जैसे मैं यहाँ पे कुछ और ओपन करता हूँ, ठीक है? तो मैं बस क्या चाहिए, बब शूट चाहिए। ओके, बब शूट है तुम्हारे पास और सबके पास है ये तो, ठीक है?
हाँ, हाँ,
और यहाँ से तुम अपने ब्राउज़र को कॉन्फ़िगर करना है, जो भी ब्राउज़र यूज़ कर रहे हो, लाइक क्रोम और फायरफॉक्स। हियर वी आई एम यूजिंग फायरफॉक्स, so I
जी,
just use this Foxy proxy. You can easily configure by any, just install this Foxy proxy, add this extension, okay,
जी,
and configure this Foxy proxy to your browser. And whenever you are just on this set to proxy to bubshoot, every request, if I search anything here, and here you can see I just got this target, okay, proxy, and intercept. I send anything from here, it goes to our proxy. Even I'm not sending any actual request. You know, what query I submit, its password, yeah, you can see. And you will say like whenever you are hunting on live website, like if I submit here, uh, I cannot submit the live website. So whatever you are sending, I just hit YouTube. Okay, I just send YouTube, and here you can see a request coming from YouTube, youtube.com. Here, okay. तो बस तुम्हें फॉक्सी प्रॉक्सी सेट करना है, कॉन्फ़िगर करना है अपने ब्राउज़र से, फिर तुम कोई भी वेबसाइट को इंटरसेप्ट कर पाओगे।
सर जैसे दूसरा, ये तो मेरे सिस्टम में हो गया है, ये तो जैसे मैं जो सिस्टम यूज कर रहा हूँ ये तो उसका हो गया,
हाँ हाँ।
लेकिन जैसे दूसरा यूजर है वो चला रहा है, हमें उसके पोर्ट वगैरह कौन से ओपन पोर्ट्स हैं, तो उसमें उसको करना है हमें, तो हम कैसे कर पाएंगे?
उसके ओपन पोर्ट्स पता करने हैं या और सारी चीज़ें?
हाँ, कि आपने ये बर्फ सूट यूज करके बता रहे हो आप,
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
तो ये तो हम अपने सिस्टम पे कर रहे हैं ना, हमें तो
ठीक है ठीक है।
दूसरे के सिस्टम को टारगेट करना है,
हाँ,
तो उस पे कैसे होगा ये?
तो हम बेसिकली वेब हैकिंग की बात नहीं कर रहे।
ओके।
तो फिर वो वेबसाइट अगर हैक करनी है तो वो तो लाइक वर्ल्ड वाइड एक्सेस है ना।
हाँ, ये
हाँ, तो फिर कोई भी वेबसाइट है, कहीं भी हो, तुम चाहे कहीं भी हो, तुम्हें तो अपने सिस्टम पे ही उस वेबसाइट को देखना पड़ेगा।
ओके।
You can not have direct access to their organization where you can see their code.
किसी भी वेबसाइट को सर वैसे डायरेक्ट पेन टेस्टिंग करना वो कर सकते हैं या नहीं?
No, no, that's not legal. But yeah, most of the platforms are available, or you can use some Google dorking for find any target. Like here, I will show you Bugcrowd. There's so many different platforms like Bugcrowd, HackerOne, Integrity, YesBeHack, so many others.
ओके सर।
He- When you choose any target which gives you a legal permission to find some bugs in their website, then you can definitely pen test their system. Yeah, here all these websites, those giving bounty when you report any bug, and if you just search or find something in their system, like ChatGPT, here you can see, yeah, if you find something in ChatGPT, you can report here or you can earn a bounty. And here you have the actual rights. That's not illegal, it's legal. Okay.
ओके सर, ओके सर।
Okay. Then यहाँ पर और भी vulnerabilities like CSRF, file inclusion, and so many other. CSRF basically works when you try to change password. Here it is, like test credentials. You're just creating a payload for the user, and then you just clicked on that link. I'll show you. Uh, here I don't need any like mm, before password that I have. I just required new password. Yeah, because I am authenticate, so I just need to change the password. I just send ABCD. Okay. Okay. And just open, intercept the request, and send it. Here we capture this. Now we can here generate CSRF. So I don't know, CSRF POC. Here this is CSRF POC, and I just copy it. And here I change my password to ABC. Okay. I change it to admin. Okay. Admin, admin. And just copy this HTML and just save it. Nano CSRF or HTML and just save it. Okay. Now, if I send this to any user, like who is not even want to change their password, what if I send this to the user? I'll just mm, okay. I'll just send this file to the person, even though he don't want to change their password. But whenever you just click on this link and submit request, and you can see if I enter the admin and password whatever I entered before, it's working because it's default. I submit ABCD. Okay. ABCD. This log not working. But when I submit admin and admin, working. Okay, not an issue. No, okay. I want to open this in Firefox. Okay, now submit this request. Oh, shit. Now Password did not match. I do something wrong, but it works in the same way as I already tell you. Okay, you can generate a CSR POC and send it to the user, and whenever the user is clicked on this file and submit request, the credential will be changed. And I already tell you, like, okay, SQL injection. I'll tell you something. SQL injection, and here you can hit any ID that is exist in the system. If I submit two, if it is exists, then okay. Hmm. User two also exist, ID two. But if somebody that is logged in, but it submit something like single quote and submit it. Now we'll see something problem in the website and internal server error. Okay, because the query is not properly validated. There's something issue in their website. I'll check the security, which is okay. I'll submit a simple query here, SQL query. ID is one, already know, and send something like or ordered by one. Okay, and submit it. Some issue, proxy, but just stop. Okay, or we are yeah.
और सर ये जो दूसरा एक चीज और पूछना था।
हम्म, बताओ।
जैसे ये पीएचपी का जो पेज खुल रहा है या आपका एचटीटीपी साइट पे जो खुल रहा है, इसमें
हम्म,
तो ये जो जो वल्नरेबिलिटी टेस्ट जो एसक्यूएल इंजेक्शन है ये तो पास हो जाता है, लेकिन ये
हाँ हाँ,
एचटीटीपीएस के केस में क्या होगा सर?
HTTPS के केस में
हाँ,
obviously अगर system vulnerable होगा when you submit a single quote and it will show something error, then it is vulnerable. You don't need to submit this whole query, you just submit this single quote. Here my DBW is not working properly, I don't know why, but when it's working properly, when I submit it, not gives you error like this, it will show you something here. Okay,
ओके।
and in HTTPS doesn't matter what is HTTP or HTTPS. If the server is vulnerable, if their code is not written properly, or they are not sanitizing the user input, whatever you are input, then you can enter anything and you can execute the SQL query or whatever, like XSS reflects. Here I am showing XSS reflect. Like what is my name? I just put my name and submit. Here you can see Aman. It is reflecting. If I check the view page source, okay, and here you can see it is just getting, is there any input? It is not validating anything. It is just name, and here you can see name. I mean, whatever you are entering, it just reflect on the page. Okay, execute directly without even analyzing, without even sanitizing. If I hit and here like CS script alert, it is a simple query, but it will execute here because it is vulnerable. Here you can see. Yeah, if the system is vulnerable with XSS, then you will see the SAM. Maybe the payload will different, but the reaction will be same. You will see SAM problem. You will see a pop-up or any other form. and so many other things here you can check out by yourself and you can perform. And I'll tell you that you have to practice on this. At least one time you have to try how the website is working. Try to see their prepaid source, try to exploit any vulnerability like CAPTCHA in the CAPTCHA section. Here, secure CAPTCHA. My CAPTCHA is not working. Maybe, yeah, it's working. So it is a CAPTCHA vulnerability. Then you try to change password like admin. I change this. If I just put enter and it will validate our input, but I will not change this here. I'm not tick this because I want to skip this thing, because so many websites have their captcha, so they delete it, so the user cannot brute force on the system. But when you don't have any captcha, maybe it is so late. I hope you can try this by yourself. You can view here, view page source and see how the system is working. Here you can see like in step first. Here you can see step first. Step first will validate your captcha, but when you put it in, go down and check step 2, it will directly show you the password. I mean, it will change your password. Or if the password is like different in both sections, it will show like password did not match. If it is same, it will change your password without validating. You just need to like alter this step in by using VAPT. You can do this. Very easy. You can try it by yourself. Okay, let's move to our slide. So anyone have question here? Anyone? Okay, let's move to report section. In the finally, when I detect the exploit or when I find the actual problem in the website, then our steps to like write a proper report by vulnerability name, whatever you're finding, severity level. If you know, then you can define, or if you don't know, then you just leave it. Or clear description, just show their steps, how they can reproduce your finding, and show step-by-step guidance, POCs, so screenshots, like what is you find, and whatever you find, just show him by using screenshots and videos and concrete remediation and severity lessons. We can say severity. Okay, so severity is defined in 5 levels like P1, P2, P3, and P4 and P5. So P1 is critical category. Whenever you find something really like you get the admin panel, it maybe comes in P1 category, and P2 like it will define on their page on their program. And what are the skills we required for VAPT? First of all, we require the networking basics. You have to understand that how the system is working. If you don't know that how this request is going in the backend, how the system is working, how the TCP/IP working, you cannot even find anything because you don't have the knowledge that how the system is working. So first of all, you need to know about networking. Then Linux also required because most of the tools are working Linux. So Linux is also required. And web protocols, you have to understand like how these protocols are working, HTTP, HTTPS, or so many other protocols. Yeah. And database, you have the knowledge, the basic knowledge of database. Like if you don't have the knowledge of database, how you can like implement any query, any database query, how you can access their data. And for essential tool, you can use Nmap, Burpshoot. Nmap is basically used for network scanning. You find their domain, their or their IP, open ports, and so many other things. Version, what is the OS they are using, and BioSarc you can use for analyzing requests. And Nuclei also like helps you to automate scanning, and Metasploit also gives you some already find
हाँ सर,
vulnerabilities.
ये जो nmap है, ये
हाँ,
तो जब उसी सेम नेटवर्क में हम जुड़े होंगे तभी उस नेटवर्क को ये वो मैपिंग करेगा ना।
no, no, no. It will work whatever, whenever, whatever you site you are finding. Like if I just open my Nmap, okay, I'll show you. I don't have the access of like any IP. Mm, okay, I just put 8.8.8. Okay, I don't have. I'm not entering. I'm not working in Google. Nothing. Yeah, but I enter their IP and just search. It will take time. So okay, now it's fine. You, I hope you understand. It will work for every website. You don't need to enter their system first. You just need their domain. Okay.
ओके सर, ओके।
Okay. So and learning platforms that you can use if you are really like completely beginner, you don't have knowledge anything like how this works and how the system is work. You can use try hacking. It is very helpful for beginners.
हाँ सर, एक चीज और पूछना था सर, इसमें जो वायर सार्क जो लिखा है बर्फ के बाद,
हाँ हाँ हम्म
तो ये वायर सार्क भी सेम नेटवर्क पे ही काम करता है या सर ये भी सेम उसी की तरह?
नो नो सेम उसी की तरह
किसी को भी हम जैसे स्कैन करेंगे तो हमारा कितना डाटा पैकेट्स जा रहा है तो
हाँ
वो इसमें दिखेगा, तो हम चाहे भले ही किसी भी नेटवर्क पे रहें।
हाँ हाँ किसी भी नेटवर्क बस तुम उस डोमेन को एक्सेस करना चाहिए
ओके, ओके।
hmm. Okay, and hack the works is little bit advanced. Yeah, I hope most of you are using try hacking, and if you are not using yet, then start using it because it is really help you to build skills like how you can handle the problems, and most of the labs are also available. So you can use it, and hack the works is really but little bit advanced. And Portswigger Web Security Academy, it is very, I can say, very good for web penetration testing. I'll show you. There's so many labs available here. Complete OWASP top 10 is covered in this Portswigger, and it is Portswigger, and the tool is also Bobshoot given by Portswigger. Okay, here you can perform so many real tasks that how the website is working. You can understand from here. You will get a real domain. You can perform any action, and it is completely for like beginner. Okay, so you can use Portswigger Labs, best for web application testing.
सर
And if yeah,
सर मैं पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि जैसे हमने आपने आपने बताया था कि इसके लिए पूरा नेटवर्किंग आना चाहिए और मतलब उसके जो आगे टॉपिक्स थे, तो सर हमें नेटवर्किंग मतलब कहाँ तक पढ़ना है जो कि इसके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है?
नहीं पूरा नहीं आना चाहिए. I'm not saying पूरा. Like पूरा नेटवर्किंग तो किसी को नहीं आता. जो नेटवर्क एक्सपर्ट होता है वो भी कंप्लीट नहीं जानता. I'm just saying you have to understand how the system works, like basic
O-
networking understanding.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. And if you know about OSI layers, TCP/IP layers, these layers, you have basic understanding, like how Firefox work. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. And
सर मेरा
beginner.
एक थोड़ा वायर
Okay.
से
हाँ हाँ,
संबंधित
बताइए।
एक क्वेरी होता है सर।
हम्म।
तो जैसे मैंने सर वायर सर अपने सिस्टम में खोल दिया, उसके बाद
ओके।
मैं अपने वाईफाई से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ सर। तो
ओके।
मैंने जो ये देखना है कि मेरे बगल में कोई बैठा है, वो उसका टीसीपी डंप और यूडीपी डंप जो जा रहा है या वो क्या
हम्म।
सर कर रहा है, वो मैं क्या पता कर सकता हूँ?
तुम बायर सार्क के थ्रू, like man in the middle,
जी।
MITM you are trying to do. Yeah.
मैन इन द मिडल सर कौन सा सर?
I'm saying like you try to find whatever the person is trying to search on their website or on their mobile
यस,
phone. Yeah.
यस, यस, यस,
So
यस।
this will, तो ये बायर सार्क में नहीं होगा. you just you can just scan their packets on your system for.
तो सर उसके जो उस जो
हाँ
पैकेट्स जा रहे हैं सर, डाटा पैकेट्स, तो हम
हाँ
उसको कैसे स्कैन कर पाएंगे सर?
उसको स्कैन करने के लिए तुम्हें another use like ettercap you can use. Yeah.
अ,
और एन हाँ, और अदर टूल्स जो भी लाइक मैन इन द मिडल अटैक के लिए यूज किए जाते हैं, जैसे कि तुम्हें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तुम्हें अपने राउटर को देखना पड़ेगा, वहां से जो पैकेट कहीं और सर्वर पे जा रहे हैं, तुम्हें उस राउटर का एक्सेस चाहिए ना।
जी।
जी, तो उसके लिए तुम्हें लाइक एटरकैप और अदर यूज लाइक अदर टूल्स, एटरकैप इज बेस्ट, आई यूज्ड इट, सो यू कैन ट्राई इट।
और सर जैसे मान लो मैं एक सेम नेटवर्क में जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, मैंने अपना नेटवर्क मेरे सिस्टम में मेरे ऑफिस में जितने भी यूजर्स मेरे सेम नेटवर्क में हर एक सिस्टम पे क्या वो मतलब चला रहे हैं, क्या यूज कर रहे हैं, तो मैं ये देखना चाहता हूँ वायर सार्क के थ्रू। मैं एक नेटवर्क एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हूँ मान लीजिए, तो मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि कौन यूजर क्या सर्च कर रहा है, क्या मैं इसके थ्रू देख सकता हूँ?
नहीं, फिर वही बात, इसके थ्रू नहीं देख पाओगे आप।
ओके।
हाँ, आप फायर सार्क से अपने सिस्टम में आप क्या कर रहे हैं, अब तुम्हारे लाइक जो भी तुम ब्राउज कर रहे हो, है ना, वो
जी।
सारी चीजें स्कैन कर सकते हैं थ्रू बायर सार्क.
ओके।
But you say something like you can see some other person's data that are connected with same Wi-Fi,
जी।
but through BioSark you cannot see this. There are some other tools available already, so you can use it if you want to access like this. Yeah.
ओके।
Okay. So here I'm showing you some roadmap. You can follow it. Okay. So in the first month, you don't need to just jump on the labs or some other things. You start jumping from understanding some basics. If you're complete beginner, you can try some, not labs. You just go to try hackney, try some walkthrough. There are so many walkthroughs are available on try hackney. So you can understand network basics, TCP/IP, how it is work, Linux command also you can understand. Okay, so in the first month you can just easily understand all the things, and you have good knowledge in 1 month if you give your complete month through these things like networking basics and TCP/IP, Linux commands. If you really want to like break something into cybersecurity, you have to understand Linux, not Windows. You are completely not depend on Windows, because I already tell you there are so many tools that are not working in Windows and they are just made for Linux. So you have to understand how Linux is work, how the command, and then discovery tools you can also use and you can learn something. and like Nmap, Wireshark, I already tell you, packet scanning, analysis, and web fundamentals. You can then prefer to learn web fundamentals, how the cookie is working, how HTTPS, HTTP working, how the web architectures work, and what it's their pillar of web application. These are some basic things that you have to know about. You cannot skip anything from this. Then for better web application understanding or web application penetration testing, you have just go to WASP top 10 and study each category. Study, exploit, try some solve labs on like port Portsiger, and then fifth, hands-on practice. Now you have basic understanding. Now you have to practice because only theory cannot build your practical experience. So theory gives you some knowledge, but practical gives you like how you can exploit, gives you understanding. You can use TBWA, JuiceSoft, or create some POC. Okay, these two platforms and some online platforms I already tell you, and some challenges portfolio you can build by using TryHackMe, Hack the Box Lab, Path. You can get some exams and earn certificates on these platforms and build your portfolio. Whatever you are finding, whatever you are solving, just build a report, create a report, and publish it publicly, like LinkedIn, GitHub, any open source. Okay, and after you like understanding all these things, you can move to these things like with mentorship, join community, perform CTFs, play CTFs, create a team, and you can give some exam for like EGPT, PEH, OSCP, and earn certificates for like that because organizations are required these certification. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope
सर
you
सर एक
understand.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन सर मैं
Okay, okay, हाँ हाँ,
सर मान लीजिए मेरा एक सिस्टम कंप्रोमाइज हो गया सर
okay,
सर सुन पा रहे हैं
हाँ हाँ हाँ, okay,
मान लीजिए उसमें APD36 एक पाकिस्तानी ग्रुप है मान लीजिए उसने मेरे सिस्टम को कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर दिया और मेरा डाटा चोरी कर लिया उसने पूरा
okay.
तो सर मैं उस उस एट ए टाइम मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ उस टाइम पे मेरे सिस्टम को और मेरे पूरे होल नेटवर्क को मेरे को बचाना है तो मैं उस टाइम पे एट ए टाइम क्या लेना है
First of all, you have to understand about SOC. Yeah,
ओके
if you really like perform like these type of things, like you want to secure your system from attacker that is already accessed your data. So you have to understanding about SOC analyst. I hope you listen about it. Blue teaming.
यस यस
Yeah.
यस
So I'm not that expert for blue teaming, but I'll tell you something. If you if you see some alert on your system, like your system get hacked or some person get access to your system, then you have just basic like things to do. First of all, you contact your like जो भी senior है जो भी है ना जो भी expert है SOC analyst जो भी अलर्ट आया अगर तुम SOC लेवल 1 पे हो तो तुम बस अलर्ट को देखोगे उन्हें पैच या उन्हें एनालाइज करोगे कि कहाँ से आया क्या आया दैट्स इट and other things you just need to forward to your senior or your SOC level 2 analyst and then they will perform some task or try to get again access to their system.
और सर
because
जो मेरा जो डाटा उसने जो क्रैप्ट कर दिया, पूरा जो डाटा चला गया उसमें था, क्या मैं उसको
yeah,
दोबारा किसी तरीके से रिकवर कर सकता हूँ?
yeah, there's so many like chances your data is maybe big up on your AWS system or any other cloud platform. If you are working in an organization that is a reputed organization or any organization, most of the organizations are hold their data on their cloud system, and cloud is creating multiple copies of their data. So if somebody get destroy your data on one system, it will be backed up from another system.
ओके,
So yeah, might be possibility that you can back up by using cloud.
ओके सर,
Okay.
बहुत अच्छा बताया आपने सर, बहुत अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग था आपका टॉपिक।
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I hope everyone understand. Any
Thank you,
doubt?
sir, for patiently answering all the questions and sharing your valuable knowledge with us. Your guidance has given us a clear understanding of vulnerability assessment and penetration testing and has inspired many participants to explore careers in ethical hacking and cybersecurity. As we conclude today's session, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Aman Kumar sir for giving such an informative and practical session on behalf of Tech Defenders, the cybersecurity experts. Participants, the post assessment form link has been shared in the chat. Please complete the form carefully to receive your e certificate. Your valuable feedback will help us improve and organize more impactful cybersecurity sessions in the future. For any queries, feel free to contact us at techdefenders11 at the rate gmail.com. Thank you all for your as- enthusiastic participation. Stay informed, stay secure, and remember the best defense begins by thinking like a pen tester. Good night, everyone, and take care.
Okay. Okay, good night.